welcome to Lauren Reed Color. Thanks for joining me for the final update of my personal challenge for July, in which I combined two different trends in the coloring community. The first is the page hopping trend, and the second is the color 30 minutes a day for a month. So I colored for 31 minutes over 31 days in 31 pages. Well, I actually have 3 pages still to go, but I will show you those final 3 in my completed pages for July video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the pages that I worked on this week, as well as the palettes and the pencil sets. Now, I realized after I had completed filming the video last week that I had failed to include the part where I selected the pencil sets, but I will show you those pencil sets in this video. Also, a couple of people have asked me to continue this series, and I'm really not sure how to do that. So basically, my idea now is just to pick pages that I have begun and complete them, maybe once a month or as I go along and I feel like coloring in the pages. But I'm thinking of continuing the series. If anyone has any advice on logistics on how to continue, I'm all ears. Please put it into the comment section. Any advice is welcome. Right, so enough talking. Let's get on with the pages that I colored this week. If you've been following along with this challenge, you know that the book that I've been coloring in is Rooms of Wonder by Johanna Basford. Anyway, the first page that I colored this week is the Lost Property Items, and the palette that I used is this one. And as you can see, I more or less used all of the colors that are on the palette, and I'm actually thinking that I will continue to use this palette for all of the items, more or less. There might be a couple where I make some minor changes or add a color or two, but I do like the fact that the page is going to look cohesive by using only this palette. Also, the pencils that I used for this one were Castle Arts. So that's that page. The next page that I colored a little bit in is this one. This is the hobby corner or craft room page, and here I made a switch for the palettes. So if you were watching last week's video, you know this is the palette that got selected, but I don't think that this one would work, and so I switched it out with this one. Also, I had a page in mind for this palette, and so I was, I fudged the challenge a bit. Anyway, so this is the palette that I used, and these are the items that I have colored so far. Yes, it took me 31 minutes to color these very few teeny tiny little items, but if you know me, I like to layer, I like to shade, so I managed to do that. These the threads, a few of the wool balls, and the bases for the feathers, and this I used polychromos pencils. Yes, so next we have this one. Hold on, let me move the book a bit because you have to get the whole double page spread. Interestingly, for this challenge, I got all of the key pages and I got all of the wallpaper pages. So this was the last wallpaper page that I hadn't yet begun, and I used this palette. Now for this, I'm actually using Prismacolors were the pencils that were chosen, but I actually used different pencils for the actual coloring. I used Faber-Castell Art Grip Aquarelle watercolor pencils, dry without activating. The paper in this book does not like water. I've got some workarounds, but I really wanted to use those watercolor pencils because when you use them dry, you get this nice smoky look, and I really like that idea for this background. When I actually color the flowers, the leaves, the butterflies, and all of that, I will use the Prismacolor pencils. But for now, I have used those watercolor pencils, and I think it's going to look really nice when it's done. The next page that I did, one second, is the aquarium. So this is the page that got a little bit damaged from using Neocolor 2's wet on this wallpaper page. So I started using Neocolor 2s, realized very quickly that I had bleed through, and so this is the bleed through that we have. I'm sure that once I've colored this page, I can cover over the bleed through with something else. I might even do a blue background. We'll see. But for the meantime, I have colored the water tank, and it is Prismacolor pencils, and the palette that I used is this one. So I used all of the colors to color the fish tank, and yeah, it was fun. It was very relaxing. I find coloring metals quite relaxing. You've got your process, you know, your order of pencils, and you just color and make sure you got your highlights, and it just comes out. So I will continue doing this combination of pencils for all of the fish tanks. And after that, I will add different colors to that palette. Next, I did the beehive page, and this is the palette that I chose. Yes, it's the one I switched out from earlier, but I felt that these colors would do much better on this page than on that one. And so, yeah, I switched them out. Yeah, I followed a tutorial in Helen Elliston's Color Special Effects Volume 3 book. She has some really helpful tips and tricks in those books of hers, and one of them is how to color a beehive, or the hive. Is it? This is the hive, and this is the honeycomb. Sorry, not beehive. Yeah, this is the honeycomb. So I followed the steps that she outlines in her book, and that is what I got, and it's looking really nice so far. So it's going to continue for all of the honeycomb, and I might add other colors to this palette, but for now this is perfect for this page. Next, I colored, one moment, not this one. It's this one. This is the Halloween knickknacks, or the mystical objects page, and the palette that I got for this one is this page. So I used polychromos pencils. Did I say what I used for here? Here I used, one second, I didn't say. Where's my honey? Yeah, for this I used Castle Arts. Okay, and for this I used polychromos, and I colored this inkwell with the feather. Basically, what I decided to do was take purples, because I think purples would look better on this page. And if you combine pink and blue together, you get purple, and you've even got some purples on the picture itself. So I actually used blues, pinks, and purples for this page. I also added in some lines for shelves. I'm not sure you can see that on the video, but yeah. And then I think I'm going to do a watercolor effect in the background for all of these items. There is a video by Irena Black Aneri on her channel showing how to do that, so I am going to follow her tutorial. She didn't do it in this book, she did it in Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, but it will work just as well in this book because it's the same kind of composition. So that is that one. And then the last one that I did, yes, this week is the tea for two in this cute little conservatory in a jar sort of thing. So for this, the palette that I got randomly was this one, and I'm using Color Soft pencils. Okay, and so far I have colored these leaves, and the table legs and chairs, and I've used all of the colors that are on the palette as well. I did do what I usually do. I put these colors into the color companion based on Sarah Renee Clark's color cubes. They're for the color cubes, and found other colors that are on the same color gradient. So for example, these cooler creamy colors are on the same color gradient as the browns. All right, so I did do that to get my mid-tone, my light tone, and my dark tone. Yeah, I think it's gonna look really good at the end. Again, this is a page that I will add colors to the palette for. In fact, the companion page is one that I'm going to be coloring next. Okay, and it's this palette, and I think I will be using colors from this palette on this page as well. I think that will be really nice. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to be coloring this page with this palette, and then the final two pages are these two, the telephone and the bathtub in the flower pot, and the palettes are this one and this one. For this one, I am going to have a red telephone. And I'm thinking, I saw that Karen from My Colorful Country Life, she has a tutorial for this page. Obviously, my colors are going to be completely different to hers, but she showed how she did a woods background, okay? Her woods background is spring-like, but I'm going to take her idea and make an autumn background. So it's going to be an autumn forest in the background, so that we can make use of these colors from this palette. So thank you very much, Karen, for the inspiration. And then this palette is going to be for this page. All right, so those are the two palettes and pages, and this one as well. Let me go back, hold on. That I'm going to be working on next week, and then I will show you all of those pages completed when I do my completed pages video for July. So yeah, this was a really quick update on what I've been doing in the book for this challenge for this week. And again, I hope that you will all give your suggestions for how to continue the series in the comments. It would be really appreciated because I have no idea how to continue the series and I need some tips. Okay, thank you everybody for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this entire series, watching me color pages, choose palettes and choose pencils, and I had a lot of fun with it. It was a joy, and now I have lots of pages, you know, in this book that I can color. I'm really eager to finish them. Okay, so that's it for now. Thanks again, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye for now.